Thanksgiving week, Podsters. And here in the US, for those of you who are here, not the 61 other countries that listen to this podcast blows my mind. 61 countries, Podsters. And this is you. This is all you sharing the episodes, talking about the episodes, screenshotting the episodes and tagging people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are one of the people that is listening to this in a country outside the US, I would love to hear what else you'd love to hear about on the show. You can shoot me a DM on Instagram. The information's in the show notes. You can reach me at my email, which is nancymedoff@nancymedoff.com. You can take a screenshot and post it to social media, tag me in it, however you want to find me. I'd love to hear about what's happening in your part of the world and what we can talk about a little more. So with that, Podsters, back to Thanksgiving week.
Are you ready to speak up, stand out, and get your seat at the table? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to Unmute Yourself, the podcast where you'll get real-life anecdotes and actionable tools for you to step into your strengths, debunk imposter syndrome, truly know your worth, and show up like you own the room every time. I'm your host, Nancy Medoff, who did the thing and followed my passion for empowering women like you to unleash that inner spark and become who you know you are meant to be. I'm a diehard foodie with a raging Skittles habit who will not stop until women everywhere unmute themselves and truly thrive at work, at home, or wherever you may be. Let's do this.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. This is going to be a shorty but goody episode. We are here in the US and the gratitude train has left the station. Everyone is slowing down a little bit, thinking about what's important to them. And it's the time of year when everyone talks about gratitude. And this year in particular, I am so here for that. You may recall, Podsters, for those of you that are some of the OGs and have been around a while, last year I recorded an episode about how to bypass toxic gratitude. And I am going to put a link in the show notes for that episode. If you're looking for a long episode, and this topic interests you, you can just go right to episode 77. It's from November 21st last year and have a listen. This year, in this shorty but goody, we are going to talk about not much except how grateful I am for all of you. This podcast started as a, hey, let's do something different and fun during COVID. We are at episode 132, so 2.5 years later. Both of us, Podsters, both of us have been showing up every week to talk about what's working, what's not. Sometimes we're all business. Sometimes we're more about creating a life where we thrive. And I am so incredibly grateful for you. 61 countries. That's it. That's all I wanted to say to you this week. I am recording this episode every Thanksgiving, every year before Thanksgiving. I meet one of my besties in the whole wide world. We step out of our day to day, and we both have pretty big responsibilities in our career. We step out, we go to a resort in the mountains, we turn off our devices, and we focus on ourselves. Some years that's our health, physical health. Some years that's our mental health. Some years it's a little bit of both. And we know that we can count on each other every year to show up and to take this step out of the day to day and just regroup, recharge, and get ready for the holiday season. So that's my wish for you, Podsters, that you have a fantastic Thanksgiving week. Do whatever you can to take care of yourself and others, obviously, and plan on meeting me back here next week. Before I go, a couple of bonuses for you here. Last week, I did a boundary episode with Barb Nagle. She came back. It was an epic podcast. And we talked about a boundary script, which I'm including for you in this week's show notes. Yep, link to last year's episode, and nothing but love for all of you. So until next week, Podsters, peace out.
That's a wrap, Podsters. And before we go, I ask you, what's one thing from today's episode that you will use this week to unmute yourself? DM me, email me, send a smoke signal, whatever you need to do. Let me know what you're going to do differently. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone you know and leave a 5-star review on Apple. This helps me spread our message of empowerment to more people worldwide. Let's do this.